20 tons of raw yellow corn are being unloaded from a giant industrial truck. These hard and dry corn kernels have just entered one of the most advanced food factories in the world, and in less than 6 hours, they will transform into more than 1 million bags of Doritos. Sounds impossible, right? But here is the craziest part. From the moment the corn enters the factory until the chips are packed and sealed, not a single human hand touches them. Everything is controlled by machines. Every movement, every step, every second. This factory runs with one mission: zero human hands. But before we get into the factory floor, let us talk about where this corn actually comes from. Because Frito-Lay does not just buy corn from any random supplier. They have strict standards. The corn must be a specific variety, white or yellow dent corn, grown under controlled conditions. Farmers who supply Frito-Lay sign contracts years in advance. They follow exact guidelines for soil quality, water levels, and harvest timing. Because the quality of the corn determines the quality of the chip, and Doritos cannot afford a bad chip. Not when you are selling $3 billion worth of them every year. Once the corn arrives at the factory, the real magic begins, and this magic starts with an ancient process. A process most people have never heard of. It is called nixtamalization, a word most people struggle to pronounce, but a process that changed human civilization forever. The corn kernels are soaked in a solution of water and lime. Not the fruit, but calcium hydroxide. They soak for hours. The outer shell of each kernel softens and loosens. The nutrients locked inside, niacin, amino acids, minerals, become available for the human body to absorb. The texture transforms completely. Without this step, the corn would be almost impossible to digest properly. Without this step, tortillas would not exist. Without this step, Doritos would not exist. The ancient Aztecs discovered this process thousands of years ago, and today, one of the most advanced snack factories in the world still depends on it. Some things cannot be improved. Some things are already perfect. After soaking, the corn is washed thoroughly, then ground into a thick, smooth dough called masa. This masa is pressed flat by massive industrial rollers, rolled thinner than you can imagine, then cut by high-speed rotating blades into millions of perfect triangles. Every triangle exactly the same size. Every triangle exactly the same thickness. Because consistency is everything in a factory like this. One chip that is too thick will not cook properly. One chip that is too thin will break before it reaches the bag. The machines allow zero mistakes. Inside this massive production line, giant machines work at unbelievable speed. The triangles travel on conveyor belts through massive ovens where they are partially baked. Then they drop into giant fryers filled with boiling vegetable oil. The chips fry for exactly the right number of seconds. Too short, they stay soft. Too long, they burn. The timing is controlled to the millisecond, not by humans, by computers. After frying, the chips travel through a cooling tunnel. Hot air is carefully managed. Temperature drops gradually. This prevents the chips from cracking or becoming too brittle. Then comes the inspection. And this is where things get truly extraordinary. High-speed laser scanners, more accurate than any human eye, inspect thousands of chips every single second. They scan for color. They scan for shape. They scan for size. A chip that is too dark? Rejected instantly. A chip with an irregular shape? Gone. A chip that is too small or too large? Blown off the conveyor belt by a precise puff of compressed air. Before you even blink, it is already in the reject bin. Only perfect chips move forward. Only perfect chips get the seasoning. Only perfect chips get to meet you. And the seasoning? Oh, the seasoning. This is the part where Doritos becomes Doritos. The chips enter giant rotating drums. Inside these drums, a fine mist of flavored oil coats every surface of every chip. Then the powder comes. That iconic bright orange powder for nacho cheese. That pale, herby powder for Cool Ranch. Sprayed, rotated, coated, evenly, perfectly. Huge seasoning systems coat over 50,000 chips every single minute. Every angle covered. Every edge flavored. The recipe for each seasoning is one of the most closely guarded secrets in the food industry. Hundreds of ingredients, exact ratios, locked away, known only to a handful of people in the entire world. After seasoning, the chips are weighed. Every bag must contain the exact right amount. Not a gram more, not a gram less. Automated weighing machines measure each portion in milliseconds. Then the bags are formed, filled, and sealed, all in one continuous motion. Nitrogen gas is pumped into each bag before sealing. This is not just air. Nitrogen protects the chips from moisture. It prevents oxidation. It keeps the chips fresh and crispy for weeks. That puff of air you feel when you open a bag of Doritos? That is nitrogen. That is science. Protecting your snack all the way from the factory to your hands. And those hands of yours, they matter. Because that means every bag of nacho cheese or Cool Ranch you open has never been touched by another person. You are literally the first human to touch those chips. Think about that for a moment. From a cornfield somewhere in America, all the way to your couch, not a single human hand touched what is inside that bag. Only machines, only precision, only technology. But to understand how this billion-dollar empire was built, we have to travel back in time. Because the story of Doritos began in a very unexpected place, and it started completely by accident. Most people think Doritos were invented by food scientists inside a sophisticated laboratory. But the truth is much more interesting. Back in 1964, inside Disneyland, the happiest place on earth, there was a small Mexican restaurant called Casa de Fritos. It was a humble, busy little place inside the park, and workers there had a very common problem. Old tortillas were going to waste every single day. Throwing food away cost money. Nobody wanted to lose money. So one cook, whose name history sadly forgot, had a brilliantly simple idea. He cut the leftover tortillas into triangles, dropped them into hot oil, fried them until they were perfectly golden and crispy, sprinkled simple Mexican spices on top, and put them out for customers. What happened next shocked everyone. People absolutely loved them. Not just liked them, loved them. Tourists started buying them like crazy. Lines became longer. Demand exploded. Word spread through the park. People were walking around Disneyland holding these crispy spiced triangles and smiling. One day, a Frito-Lay executive named Archibald Clark West visited Disneyland. He was not there on a business trip. He was just visiting with his family. But then he noticed something unusual. A crowd gathering around a small food stand. People waiting in line, not for a ride, not for a show, but for a bag of chips. He walked closer. He looked at the crowd. He watched their faces as they ate. Then he tried one himself. And in that moment, something clicked inside his mind. He saw not a snack. He saw a revolution. He went back to his team at Frito-Lay headquarters. He described exactly what he saw. The crowd, the excitement, the pure joy on people's faces. And he made one bold, confident prediction. This chip will conquer America. His team was skeptical. It was just a fried tortilla triangle with some seasoning. What was so special about that? But Archibald West believed with everything he had. He pushed. He argued. He fought for his idea. And after much convincing, Frito-Lay agreed to take the risk. In 1966, Doritos officially entered the national market across America, and the rest became history. But what most people do not know is this. The real genius of Doritos was not the chip itself. It was what came after. When Doritos first launched, they had almost no flavor. Just plain salted tortilla chips. They sold okay, decent numbers, but nothing explosive. Nothing that made people lose their minds. The company knew something was missing. Consumers liked the chip, but they did not crave it. And in the snack business, craving is absolutely everything. Then in 1972, everything changed. Frito-Lay introduced taco-flavored Doritos. Sales jumped significantly. People responded immediately. The idea of a boldly flavored chip suddenly felt new and exciting. But Frito-Lay was just warming up. Because in 1974, the chip that changed snack history forever arrived. Nacho Cheese Doritos. That bright, almost neon orange color. That sharp, rich, tangy, cheesy taste that hits your tongue immediately. That unmistakable smell that fills the room the moment you open the bag. It was unlike anything the snack world had ever experienced before. Sales exploded overnight. Doritos became the fastest-growing snack brand in America almost instantly. And Archibald West, the man who saw a crowd at Disneyland and dreamed of something bigger, was proved completely right. But Frito-Lay did not stop there. They understood something that most companies miss entirely. Variety does not just create choice. Variety creates obsession. In the 1980s, they launched Cool Ranch Doritos, a completely different flavor profile. Cooler, tangier, more subtle, and complex. And suddenly, the world divided itself into two passionate camps, Team Nacho Cheese and Team Cool Ranch. Debates started everywhere. Arguments happened at lunch tables, in offices, between friends. People felt strongly, almost personally, about their Doritos flavor. That was pure marketing genius. Because when people argue about your product, they are constantly thinking about your product. And when they are thinking about your product, they are buying your product. Today, Doritos operates in over 40 countries around the world. There are more than 100 different flavors available globally. In Japan, you can find flavors like consomme punch and garlic shrimp. In Mexico, fiery chili lime varieties dominate, completely different from anything sold in America. In South Korea, limited edition mystery flavors sell out within hours of release. In India, there are milder spice blends designed for local palates. Each country gets flavors engineered specifically for local taste and preferences. Because Frito-Lay learned a very important lesson early on, a chip that conquers America still needs to truly adapt, to conquer the world. And the money behind all of this is staggering. Doritos alone generates over $3 billion in annual revenue. $3 billion. From a chip that was born out of leftover tortillas in a Disneyland restaurant kitchen. From an idea that almost never happened. From one forgotten cook who did not want to waste food. And one executive who trusted his instincts over everyone else's doubts. So the next time you reach into a bag of Doritos, pause for just 1 second. Remember what you are holding. You are holding the result of thousands of years of food history. Ancient corn, ancient techniques, ancient wisdom rebuilt for the modern world. You are holding the result of one accidental kitchen idea in 1964. One man's bold and stubborn prediction. Decades of relentless science, engineering, and flavor research. A factory so advanced, so precise, so completely automated that not a single human hand touched what is inside that bag. Until now, until yours. You are the first.